Okay, if you're stuck on question 1, this is where you should be. Make sure that you're taking notes, pausing the video, that you're working with me as we solve this problem. Don't watch the entire video and then try and go back and solve the problem, but instead work with me and pause the video whenever you need. So question number 1 says, which of the following expressions is equivalent to the expression below? And I've got the expression below right here. So if we're thinking equivalent, we want it to be equal. And this is just using the distributive property. Usually we use the distributive property with numbers and variables, but right now all we have are variables. So the first thing that I need to do is multiply x times x here. So I have to multiply each term in the first parentheses by each term in the second parentheses, just like the distributive property. So if I have x times x, we can write that as x squared. Just like if I have 3 times 3, we can write that as 3 squared. Both answers give you 9. So x times x is x squared. Now I need to multiply x times the second term in my second set of parentheses, which is y. So I have positive x times positive y. Now, if we're multiplying variables, we can just leave them as variables. So just leave them as x, y. Now I'm going to look at this negative y in the first parentheses. So I'm going to take negative y times positive x. I know that's going to give me a negative number because I have a negative times a positive, and it's just going to be x, y, because I have x times y, and it's negative. Now my very last step is going to be taking this negative y times positive y. I'm going to erase this just so we have a little bit more room, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, guess we're not going to. Okay, problem solved. I did get it erased. Now again, we're looking at negative y times positive y. If I have y times y, again, I can write this as y squared, which is perfect. And I know since I have a negative times a positive, it's going to be negative y squared. Now, if I'm looking at my options, I don't see anything that looks quite like what I have right now. But there's one final step I need to take. If I have x, y, a positive xy, and a negative xy, these are just going to cancel out. It's like if I had a positive 2 and then a negative 2, that just equals 0. 2 minus 2 equals 0. So what I'm really looking at is x squared. And since these terms cancel out, I'm going to drop down this negative y squared. So then my answer is going to be A, x squared minus y squared.